Every block in Minecraft is exactly 1 meter cubed, and so to buy this amount of gold in the real world would cost you $1.27 billion. This means that you could buy Minecraft at 2014 prices for just 2 gold blocks. The maths for that is on screen right now. However, this makes 2 very big assumptions, one of which is that the gold block is 100% solid, and the other of which is that Minecraft hasn't gone up in price since 2014, which obviously it has. It is now the best-selling game of all time, and so it's going to cost you a little bit more, and to work out how much that is, let's do a bit of mathcraft. And so let's start with the one definitive thing we can say, and that is that a gold bar weighs 12.4 kilograms, and that at current prices, at time of making this video, a gold bar, a single kilogram, will cost you $65,912. This means that one of these gold bars by itself will cost $817,000. The reason we're using this as our measurement is because a gold ingot can be crafted, 9 of which, into a gold block, and vice versa, and so that means we don't have to worry about what's on the inside of this, because we can see the gold bar very clearly right here. And yeah, this means that if we look at Minecraft stuff, a gold pickaxe, which is considered near worthless, would actually cost you $2.4 million of material, plus 2 sticks admittedly, if you wanted to make one of these. However, I wanted to do the reverse comparison and look at things in the real world and tell you how much they would cost using your Minecraft gold that you probably have too much of. So let's take the easiest example, which is the average salary for a high school principal is $60,000, which means a single gold nugget could be 18 months of salary to a high school principal. Not sure if that's sad for your gold, or happy for your gold, or sad for the high school principal. However, if that high school principal lives in an average house, the average home in the United States of America would cost about 3 gold nuggets, $269,000, and this is my interpretation of the average home in America. Do you like it? It's got far too large a front garden because you want your garden to be right next to the road for some reason. It's got a porch because, you know, you want the inside to be outside sometimes and you want to hang out halfway in between, and then it's got far too large rooms on the inside that are hard to heat. However, the house is one of the bedrocks of the average retirement fund for an American, and the average amount that you will retire with, if you live in that country, is going to be about $1.2 million. This is a lifetime of savings, all put into gold, 1 gold nugget and 1 gold ingot and 4 gold nuggets, which is pretty impressive when you compare it to the average salary and when you consider how many houses you could buy for that. However, it's not impressive when compared to the sale of Alaska. That's right, an entire American state. Can you tell that I did all of these builds myself, by the way? Maybe you can, maybe you can't. I think they're great. But as you can see, Alaska cost $7.2 million, which, if you, obviously in today's currency, would be $125 million. But in back then currency, it's just 9 gold ingots by today's standards, which is pretty nuts. It's a reminder that inflation is a very real thing. Right now, for $7.2 million, you can't buy some houses in big cities in the US or even in London. And so the fact that you could buy an entire US state, the biggest US state, is a fun reminder of how times have changed. There's also all the geopolitical consequences I'm sure you don't care about. So instead, let's talk about a plane next. The largest plane that exists is an Airbus A380, and the list price for one of those is $450 million, which is about this many gold blocks. And yeah, this is what an A380 looks like. I know what you're thinking. Wait, it's the biggest plane and it's that big? Okay, I'm not very good at building. And then I figured, okay, we can't leave that as our finalized build. So I went and I tried to build an A380 from scale, and it started looking like this. Then I realized that I had a village in the way, so I couldn't expand it anymore. And so this is a quarter of an A380, which also has feet instead of wheels. Is this making you happy? Are you starting to appreciate just how big these things are? And so yeah, next time you take a ride on one, just remember the ticket cost you $100, but it cost the airline hundreds of millions to buy that plane. And speaking of hundreds of millions, Minecraft was bought in 2014 for $2.5 billion by Microsoft, which to me seemed like a really stupid move because I bought it for $20 in 2012, and so they made a pretty poor financial decision, it looked like. However, this pales in comparison to what Minecraft will cost now. Minecraft has grown so much as a game, but also as a business unit, and you're going to see what I mean by that as we dive later into here. But first of all, let's compare Minecraft's sale to that of the GDP of Albania. The gross domestic product every good and service sold in the entire country of Albania, which, yes, is real. It's where all the albinos live, right? I see that joke's offensive. But obviously, Albania is a real country. It is a wonderful country. It's a former part of the Italian Empire, and their current GDP every year is about this many gold blocks. I think it's important to use a small country just to, level up our comparison to the next thing here, because the world's richest man, Elon Musk, represented quite well here in Minecraft. I think you can all agree. The world's richest man owns this number of gold blocks. He is worth $223 billion at time of recording this video, but because it's all based on stocks, that goes up and down very heavily. However, bear in mind that although Elon Musk owns this number of gold blocks, I mean, price of a plane for comparison, price of Minecraft and Albania for comparison, the price of Tesla motors, which, again, look at my Tesla. I think I did a pretty good job here. I'm very good at building cars in Minecraft. We've all seen that. But Tesla, obviously, he doesn't own the entire share of that company. He owns about 10%, in fact. And so Tesla Motors is actually worth 3 of these gold cubes. 3 of these is the value of one car-producing company, as opposed to, I mean, one small country that is also red over there. However, this also pales in comparison into what it would take to buy Minecraft today. Bear in mind, Minecraft is not a solo company. It is now a part of one of the world's most valuable corporations. And if you want to get your hands on Minecraft, it's not for sale. It is a division of that larger Microsoft corporation. And so what you're going to need to do is get your hands on a lot of gold blocks. So the market capitalization of Microsoft Incorporated at time of recording is $2.081 trillion. And it took a really long time, even in creative, to make this block happen. But this is the number of gold blocks you would need to buy 100% of those shares, or at least the minimum it would require. In reality, the market dynamics of trying to buy such a large corporation means it's going to increase in scale and cost as you go up. But this is the minimum you're going to need. This is the right ballpark of gold blocks that you're going to need to buy Microsoft and therefore have a controlling stake in Minecraft. Maybe you could argue that by buying like 51% of Microsoft, you'd have enough control to spin off Minecraft into a separate division that you could then separately own. Maybe you can make that argument. And yeah, I would say it probably wouldn't be a very profitable one, because bear in mind that for every single gold nugget, every gold ingot, I should say, it takes 40,000 sales to make one of those back. And so you're going to need to get a lot of sales to make your investment back. But maybe you have a really good idea. I mean, it worked out for Microsoft. Maybe it's going to work out for you. And so yeah, this monstrous gold cube that, let's be honest, is next to impossible to understand. It's this big, and it's real. As a fun demonstration of how bad people are at conceptualizing bad numbers, I actually used blocks instead of ingots for this entire video, and I bet you didn't even notice until now. It's one of those interesting mistakes that actually shows something about how just big, large numbers really don't make sense on a human scale. I hope you enjoyed the return of the series. I hope you realize that this helmet costs me $4 million, and I'm bad at the economy, and please subscribe so that I can have more money to make more videos like this one. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, because I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.